Hello there, YouTube world. My name is Ted, and I'm going to be doing some videos regarding the gastric sleeve weight loss surgery. I've looked on YouTube, and there is a whole bunch of videos already. However, there's not a lot of male videos. There's some, and they're all great stories, but sometimes you want to look around and find that one person that may relate to you and make you more comfortable with their information, and maybe I could provide that. And also, I'm doing it because this is going to be somewhat of like a running diary for myself that I could always look back on and watch the journey back, so to speak. So those are my reasons for doing this, and hopefully I can help somebody out. That's really what it's about. So anyhow, I began this little journey here on December 23rd of 2015 by attending my first ever visit with the surgeon. I went in having no idea what to expect. Actually, let me back up a little bit. I have bad knee. I'm about 37% disabled in my knee, and it's an issue. I'm 32 years old. I'll be 33 very soon, next month. But I've had a ripped up knee for 5 years or so. And I go back to the doctor every so often for it, and at first it was, oh, wow, that's bad, here's what we can do to repair it, but it's like major, and basically you're a knee replacement candidate, but you're too young, is what I was told. So I kind of just deal with it and dealt with the pain and all that stuff. But now again, every time I go back, it's always a little worse. And this past time I went back, I was basically told that my bones are so crumbled and degenerative that they're not even sure if a knee replacement would work. And these are some of the best doctors around. They actually they handle all the major Philadelphia sporting teams. So when he said that, I was like, well, what do we do? And he has all my stats since I've been going to him for the last 5 years, and I basically put on about 100 pounds because I'm just not as active as I used to be. And that's an issue with the knee, so got to find a way to take the weight off, basically. And so basically he suggested to look into bariatric surgery. At that point, I had never thought about it. I mean, I knew it existed, but it never crossed my mind for me. But so let's take a look. And like I said, I attended my first interview appointment with the surgeon on December 23rd of 2015. Basically, you go in there and you walk out with a surgery date. After talking to the doctor for a half an hour, like you're hooked up at that point. There's a whole bunch of hurdles to jump over. You have to go see an assortment of different doctors for an assortment of different tests, which can be pretty nerve-wracking in itself. Everything came back okay for me, good for me actually, with the exception of one thing, which was I had to do a sleep study. Go to a place and sleep overnight, and they hook you up to like 30 different wires, and it's real uncomfortable. I like to sleep at the house at like 65 degrees. Man, it was like 74 in there. I just couldn't sleep. It was a terrible night. And when I went to go see the doctor about a week later after they got the results to her, she said in all her years of practicing, I think about 15 years or so, I was the third worst sleep study ever. I stopped breathing 109 times in one night. Eye-opening, shocking, yes. Before I ever did any of this, my wife used to give me a nudge at night and say, I'd be, whoa, what's going on? I don't think you were breathing, she'd say. What? But honestly, I kind of subconsciously might have known that, if that makes sense. My body was telling me, like, I knew something wasn't right in my sleep. So, they give me this machine, CPAP machine, and the pressure on that thing, it's basically forces air in your airway, and because I'm so bad, the pressure is just unbearable. You can't even sleep. So I struggle with that machine nightly. I actually wake up in the morning and I find it on the floor because in my sleep I rip it off, I guess, when I feel like I'm suffocating. So that's really the only challenge I've come across with the whole experience. I've seen, what did I see? I had an endoscopy, gastroenterologist doctor. I had EKG and a stress test with the pulmonary basically the heart doctor. The pulmonary doctor is the one I just spoke about, the sleep test. And you have to see the psychiatrist. Ironically, that was the easiest one. Who would have known? and you basically get clearance from all that. And my surgery was scheduled for April 12th. But with this whole sleep study thing and not being able to sleep, I called him up and I said, is there anything we can do to move this up? Because I'm scared I'm going to die in my sleep or something here with this issue, and I'm not sleeping well. So if we can move it up to get this ball rolling, that'd be great. So they did move me up from April 12th to April 4th. And today is March 21st, I believe. So exactly 2 weeks out. And the whole reason I'm doing this video today is to, start where I'm starting, because today is the beginning of my 2-week pre-op diet, which is mandatory. If you have a BMI, body mass index, of 40 or less, you have to do 1 week of this diet. If you are above 40, you must do 2 weeks. My BMI is, I believe, 49. So, as I said, today's the first day of my 2-week pre-op diet. I should drop some pounds with this. The whole reason for it is to shrink your liver. The liver apparently is a large organ, and it gets not in the way, but it's a lot easier for them to work when the liver is shrunk. So that's the whole point of this. Losing some pounds before is just a bonus, which is a great thing. And I actually tried this diet last week. I did it for about 4 days just to get a feel for it, to make sure I wasn't going to have any hiccups, and to know, just to feel it out and be ready to hit the ground running today. And I did that. And if you look at the diet, it's a little bit scary. It's like, oh man, I usually eat what I want when I want. But I've had no challenges with it those 4 days I tried it. I don't expect any at this point. Some of the videos I've seen on here say you will experience a period of major lack of energy. I could definitely see where that's coming from. I believe the calorie intake on this diet is about 1,000, so at some point the body will crash, I guess. It's all part of the process. You just got to man up and go for it. So that's pretty much where I stand. Day 1 pre-op diet. Like I said, the surgery's in 2 weeks, so I'll check back in probably in a week, put another video up. Just to, check in, update on the diet itself, and there won't be much to say. Depending on how it goes, maybe I'll just wait until the day before the surgery. One way or another, there'll be 1 or 2 more videos before I go in for the surgery, so you guys can hopefully be able to see what it's like and the moment before. And that's about it. I mean, we're running about 8 minutes here. I don't want to take up too much time. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should say. There's so much I could say, but I don't want to waste your time on all the details. There is a lot more that's coming to mind, but that's the gist and the general idea of it. I guess the final thing I'll say here is, am I scared? Oh, I'm very scared. I've had a couple of knee surgeries when I was about 13 years old, well, about 20 years ago. Again, I had a bad knee, so that was from playing football. I have 3 kids. I have a wife, 2 dogs. All of them need me one way or another. I don't have time to drop dead on a OR table or anything, so there's always a risk. But I just have to do this. It's at a point where what I never said. I never gave you my stats. Probably the most important part. I weighed myself about an hour ago when I got out of the shower. I was 329.8 pounds, and I stand about 5'8". So 329.8, and I'm 5'8". I was more. I guess those 4 days of trying this diet out helped me lose a couple of pounds. I was like 336 at some point. I lost about 6 pounds. Not much when you're this big, but it's a start. And I'm going to stay on this diet for these 2 weeks and hold myself accountable, and hopefully be an asset to anybody else out there that's scheduled to do it or is thinking about it. This is my first time doing a YouTube video, so I'm sure you can comment. I'll check in. I'll learn how to use it, and if I can answer any questions or develop any relationships amongst anybody, that's great. It's always, support systems are great. There's power in numbers, so I'll leave it at that. And good luck if you're thinking about it. Don't be scared, or be scared, because it's smart to be scared, but have faith, I guess. And that's about it. So instead of keep on babbling, I'm going to cut it off here, and wish you all to have a good day. Take care.